So by now, many of you will have heard that Robin Williams has passed away. He was aged 63 years of age, and I suppose I kind of wanted to put a little small video together. I normally do reviews and things about Blu-rays and, you know, latest releases and stuff, and I haven't been doing this a huge amount of time, so a lot of this is quite new to me. But in general terms, I don't do a lot of sort of kind of personal videos. But the fact that Robin Williams, who is somebody who I loved in movies, ever since I was a child, and I first saw him in Mork and Mindy when it was syndicated, and we saw it here in Ireland years ago. Himself and Pam Dauber, you know, were beamed into our rooms, into our sitting rooms on a weekly basis, and we used to love looking at, you know, sort of Mork's adventures, you know, kind of trying to fit in on Earth. I'm actually a bit heartbroken today. Robin Williams was a comedic genius. He was a kinetic, you know, lightning conductor of energy and hilarity. He was an actor of immense talent. He was able to go from crazy performances in, like, you know, Good Morning Vietnam, to really nuanced, you know, kind of quiet, you know, performances in things like 1 Hour Photo, you know, the Mark Romanek movie. A lot of his performances were, you know, he always gave 100%, and I can't believe that I'm never going to see a Robin Williams movie again. He's somebody who I suppose meant an awful lot to me personally, because I grew up with his movies. You know, I grew up with Mrs. Doubtfire, with Good Morning Vietnam. I can remember being in school many years ago, and we used to be able to bring in a video once a week to kind of, you know, watch it. And I remember two of the earliest videos that I remember seeing were Dead Poet Society and Awakenings. Dead Poet Society has always stayed with me, and it's always been a film that, you know, has, I think, meant a lot to me. I think it says an awful lot about the power of sort of, you know, the power of individuality, the power of sort of believing in yourself and having independence of thought. A lot of Robin Williams films had messages like this. You know, we look at, you know, films like The Birdcage, which I found hilarious. It's from 1996. Himself and Nathan Lane were absolutely hilarious. You know, trying to play it straight as two Jewish gay nightclub owners. One of, you know, Robin Williams' most celebrated pieces obviously is The Genie in Aladdin. You know, it's like, oh, after 10,000 years we'll give you such a crick in the neck. What a beautiful film. As Spike Milligan, the comedian, said, you know, his favourite film of all time. Robin Williams, you know, is going to be so missed, and not just by, you know, me and other people who love movies, but by the world in general. The world is a lesser place for his passing. It's a very sad thing to think that due to the rumours, you know, supporting sort of, you know, his untimely passing, that he was somebody who was beloved by millions, and yet there was something that he just couldn't sort of love about himself, or he couldn't find peace within himself, and it's a very sad thing, but it's a thing that I hope now, you know, he has found some peace. His best friend for many years, Christopher Reeve, you know, they're together now, hopefully, you know, whatever sort of waits beyond this, you know, hopefully if there is something, hopefully the two of them are up there and they're sharing a joke, and, you know, Superman and Peter Pan are up there. I'm really sad today, you know. I think it's a terrible thing. A lot of his performances just, you know, I suppose kind of really hit home. They're really personal. You know, he won the Oscar in 1997 for, you know, Dr. Sean Maguire in Good Will Hunting, and, you know, that was such a beautiful performance, and there's such wonderful pieces in that. The It's Not Your Fault piece, you know, with Matt Damon, or the other bit where, you know, they're on the park bench and he's telling him about all the beautiful things that, you know, he's read about in books, but that, you know, Matt Damon hasn't experienced, you know, and it's a beautiful piece. I suppose kind of, you know, I was going to do a video about, you know, my top 10 favourite, you know, Robin Williams movies. I thought maybe, though, it might be, I don't know, a bit tasteless, so I just thought I might, you know, talk from the heart in terms of how much I loved him as an actor and a comedian, and I suppose how much I'll miss him, but how much, you know, the legacy of his films will endure, and we're all the better for that. So we can, you know, tonight, now I know for a fact I'm going to go down and watch Hook. You know, I mean, Hook is one of those films which is much derided by critics. Steven Spielberg even said that he doesn't particularly love the film himself, but I remember, you know, going to see it when I was a kid, and I loved it. I loved every second of it, and I still love it today. And I'll be watching that tonight because, you know, I need a bit of cheering up, And, you know, watching him as, you know, Peter Pan, you know, and Dustin Hoffman as Hook and Bob Hoskins as Smee is going to cheer me up this evening. It's a really sad day for movie lovers, and for the world in general. You know, his passing is going to be, it's something, he can't be replaced. He was definitely one of a kind. He's been around the entirety of my life. You know, Mork and Mindy was out in around 1978. I was born in 1979. And it's sad that one of the icons of film and comedy is now no longer with us. I suppose I don't really know what else to say about it other than, you know, I'm kind of heartbroken today. But I'm going to stick on Hook, you know, and if it doesn't get too late, you know, I might maybe throw on something else as well. Maybe Good Morning Vietnam, or maybe Mrs. Doubtfire. Anyway, you know, to Robin Williams, you know, I suppose, you know, thank you, you know, thanks for the great movies, you know, thanks for your enduring legacy, and I'll see you on the big screen sometime. Take care, Robin, and yeah, I suppose that's kind of all I can say. Take care. I'll be uploading more videos soon, but I just wanted to give a video from the heart just to say how much I loved Robin Williams and how much I'm going to miss him.